Welcome, future people, to the beautiful world of Wuthering Waves, a world of elemental power and adventure. In this mystical land, gamers will have to choose between a male and female rover to start the story. Along their journey, they will encounter various characters known as Resonators, each with their own unique abilities and playstyles. Let's meet them, shall we? Oh, but before we do that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more gaming content. First up, we have Rover, one of the two playable characters that every player will have to pick from. Rover's normal attack is a 5-hit combo. Both the male and female Rover have the same kit, so the choice is purely cosmetic from what I can tell. As for Rover's passive, normal attacks give the light nodes, maximum of 2, that can be used to deal extra damage. After you have one of what I'm calling the light nodes, a light construct will begin floating and spinning around the character. Using your resonance skill will also use one passive node, and it will cause the light construct to spin around Rover, dealing light damage. As for Rover's charged attack, it is a small AoE spin around the player that damages any enemy within radius. Rover's resonance skill is another spin that they do, but this time it is infused with light damage. As for Resonance Liberation, Rover slams their sword into the ground, causing an AoE knockup around Rover and causing blades to rain down on one enemy, but I'm sure if enemies are grouped up then they will hit multiple. One of the first starter characters that you get is Yangyang. Yangyang has a 5-hit combo, normal attack. Yangyang's passive is charged by damaging foes. Doing so will cause a node to appear atop her health bar with a max of 3. After a charge attack, Yangyang can attack again to use one of her nodes and send a wind blade in the direction she was moving away from. As for Yangyang's charged attack, she thrusts her sword at a foe, and it does not go through enemies, but it can go around them. As for Yangyang's resonance skill, Yangyang does a slash and a circle in front of her in the blink of an eye, damaging any foes in the AoE. As for Yangyang's resonance liberation, Yangyang slashes the ground, creating a tornado in front of her that damages foes and slightly sucks them in. Also, I might butcher some of these names. I don't speak Chinese, so just cut me some slack. The last of the starter units, I think her name is pronounced Bailian. Bailian has a 4-hit normal attack combo. Bailian's passive is charged by hitting her resonance skill onto an enemy. When she does, she gains 2 ice node charges, a max of 4. While Bailian has 4 charges, she can charge attack to activate her passive, but I am not sure what this does yet. But it does make a distinct sound when it activates. Bailian's charged attack causes her familiar to spin in a circle, causing ice damage and sucking in foes. As for Bailian's resonance skill, she teleports to her familiar, and both her and her familiar do a ground slam, and if a foe is hit, they gain 2 ice nodes. As for Bailian's resonance liberation, she causes ice to spring forward in front of her, dealing massive ice damage. Alright, On to the first unit you'll have to pull for, and one of my favorites, Anka. Anka has a 5-hit combo normal attack. Anka's passive looks as though it fills up as she damages foes, and when the bar is filled, it causes Anka to explode, dealing high fire damage around her. As for Anka's charged attack, it is a fire AoE burst and a cone, depending on which way Ankh is facing. And as for Ankh's resonance skill, Ankh summons Cloudy and Cosmos to unleash crossing beams that cut through foes, and when frenzied, it looks like it does a cross slash. As for Ankh's resonance liberation, Ankh struggles and fails to suppress the power of Cosmos, entering a frenzy state where she begins attacking foes frantically. Here we have another one of my favorite units, and her name is Taoqi. Taoqi has a 4-hit combo normal attack. Taoqi's passive looks like it charges from normal attacks as well, which Taoqi gains 1 node from, max of 3. Taoqi's passive synergizes with her charged attack and her resonance liberation. Taoqi's charged attack takes a stance that prepares a large slash. If Taoqi is hit in the stance, Taoqi will not take damage and will empower her slash, dealing empowered dark fire damage. If Taoqi successfully counters an attack, she will gain 1 shield. Taoqi's resonance skill gives her 3 shields that orbit around her. While Taoqi has these shields up, if she takes damage, she will not flinch, and for every hit she takes, one of these shields will disappear. As for Taoqi's resonance liberation, Taoqi does a single slash that does heavy dark fire damage, and if Taoqi has 3 nodes of her passive, it increases the damage, but it also uses the nodes in the process. Alright, next we have the only healer that I have seen, Verinel. Verinel, 6-hit normal combo attack. Verinel's charged attack has Verinel jump on top of her vines, riding them as they dash toward an enemy. If they slam into an enemy, then she will jump backwards. Verinel's passive is charged by normal attacks, and she gains light nodes, max of 4. If Verinel has light nodes, when she does a charged attack, it uses 1 node, and if it hits an enemy, it causes 4 vine spikes to skewer the enemy. As for Verinel's resonance skill, it is a medium AoE that damages and knocks up smaller enemies. Verinel's resonance liberation causes vines to sprout out around her, dealing AoE light damage. Verinel's resonance liberation also causes her normal attacks to deal extra light damage and causes vines to sprout from her normal attacks, and also creates a heal over time effect. From all the characters that I have seen, Verinel is the only character where all of her attacks deal light damage, so that's something to note. Oh, I forgot about this character, Chixia. She is also a starter unit. Chixia has a 4 combo basic attack, I assume. That's all I've seen from the video. Chixia's passive is charged by normal attacks against foes and gives Chixia bullets with a max of 40. Chixia can use her charged attack to use these bullets stored, but I believe the max has been increased. Chixia's resonance skill slides her a short distance while shooting Chixia's Resonance Liberation causes Chixia to power up and infuse her guns with fire, causing every hit to deal fire damage. While she is powered up, her fire damage is increased as well. Chixia can also do a dodge attack that deals fire damage. Next on the list, it looks like we have Sanhua. Sanhua has a 5-hit combo attack. Sanhua's charged attack is a dash that goes through enemies and deals damage as she passes through. Sanhua's passive is a bar over her health that constantly moves if she's not attacking. And if you attack while the line is over the sweet spot, you deal an empowered charged attack that dashes further and does more damage. Sanhua's resonance skill causes her to slice the ground at a quarter circle, which also causes icicles to launch from the ground, piercing foes for ice damage. Sanhua's resonance liberation is basically her resonance skill, but instead of a quarter circle, it is now a half circle and does a bigger AoE and more damage. A simple unit overall. Last and least for the characters we have the most information on at the moment is Danjin. Danjin has a 6-hit combo attack. Danjin's charged attack, if infused with Dark Fire, uses some of her passive bar to increase the damage of her charged attack. Danjin's passive charges by hitting foes, and from what I've seen can only be used by infusing her weapon with Dark Fire from her Resonance skill or her Resonance Liberation. Danjin's Resonance skill infuses her blade with Dark Fire, causing each attack to fill up her passive bar. Danjin can also use a charged attack while her weapon is infused to use her passive bar and increase the damage of her charged attack. Danjin's Resonance Liberation does a small Dark Fire damage AoE around her and infuses her weapons with Dark Fire for a time. For the rest of the characters shown in this video, we have very little information on them, so not much will be known. So take everything with a huge grain of salt. First off, we have Jiyan, which the passive is unknown, but the normal attack is, from what I assume, a 5-hit combo. It may be more. Jiyan's charged attack is unknown at this time. Jiyan's Resonance skill causes Jiyan to lunge at a foe with his spear, dealing wind or water damage. Jiyan's Resonance Liberation causes him to throw his spear into the ground if he is in the air. Otherwise, he does a horizontal slash, then infuses his normal attacks with wind or water. While infused, his normal attacks are changed. Next we have a Electric male character, name unknown, charged attack unknown. From what it looks like, the normal attack is a 5-hit combo, but I could be wrong there. And for his passive, it looks to be a ability that allows him to deal electric damage with his normal attacks. As for his Resonance skill, it looks as though he slams a electric pylon into the ground, causing an AoE field. Unfortunately, we do not know what the field does at this time. And from the looks of it, his Resonance Liberation is just a punch. And lastly is the character we basically know barely anything about. The passive is unknown, the normal attacks unknown, charged attack unknown. The only things we do know is that the Resonance skill is a 2-hit fire combo, and that the Resonance Liberation causes his normal attacks to summon fire familiars that home in on foes and does fire damage. And last but not least, I wanted to give a shout out to a YouTuber named Steparu. I may have butchered the name, I'm not sure. Most of the footage you've seen here today came from their channel. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the future.